It is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon here on Friday, December 26th, 2025, the day after Christmas. And I moved them into a new pen here. This is roughly a square in shape, almost a square. There's two fences. I forget how long the fences are, but I'm just going to say they're 150 feet. So it's about 75 feet times 75 feet in area. The nice thing is there's this thick green grass that grew here. This is autumn, probably ryegrass. There's some weeds too. The sheep like to nibble on those weeds. And I put out a protein block, fresh protein block. The last time they got one was 3 days ago on Monday. That's when I last moved them. But I got half a bale of hay unrolled up for them here. I got the fresh water. The sheep seem to be doing great. I don't see anybody with bottle jaw. And I say that and I looked because typically when you say I don't see something, you see an example of it right away. We did lose that wether that I talked about 2 weeks ago. He passed away as part of the sheep drive on Monday. He just got tired and he didn't get up again. Once they get so tired they can't really get up on their own, they're pretty much done for. I have seen them recover though. U11 did recover. Actually, I stepped into this pen where they were at previously, and they came up to say hi, and the two sheep that got really close to me was U11 and U2. U2 is one of the original sheep that I bought, and U11 was the one that almost died last winter. She is fat, and she seems super healthy, so I guess when they recover from worminess, they get immune to it or something, but anyway. So this is where they were at. There's still a lot of hay left over, and you know, I wish I could roll it out thinner, but I was worried about not having enough hay. But they did a decent job. They did a really good job, and you can go and you can see the edge. I got the female dogs in the back of the pen now. I want to rotate them out like every week or so, but it's hard for you to see, but there's a little less grass here than over there. You can see it's green over here and it's not green here. Well, what happened is they ate all the green grass, almost all of it. So I guess if I got down on my hands and knees, you'd be able to see the difference in the grass. None of the sheep escaped, which is good news. I guess the fence held. I guess they didn't have a reason to escape. I did have an oddball shape. I didn't want to go directly through the brush here, so I kind of went around it. But anyway, I'm pretty pleased with the results, and I was thinking that if I move them this way, I'm moving them basically 75 feet down the fence every move. There's probably another 1,000 feet to go. So divide 1,000 by, let's say 100, I have about 10 or 12 moves, I guess. That's 6 weeks. So I'll be coming out of January by the time I get to the other side, and then I can come back from the other end. I have a water line running along this fence, so there's enough room to get water, fresh water to them. So I was just thinking of giving the very northernmost, like 200 feet or so, to the sheep until April 15th. That's when the grass really starts growing. I feel comfortable taking them off hay. And then I'll just have the cows start at 200 feet and just move down and just stay out of this first 200 feet, which is nice because the shop is there and it kind of gets in the way of setting up the wires. Anyway, what else did I want to add? It's about 80 degrees right now, so we have unusual warmth. Yeah, it's been good. I guess they got rid of the carcass. I don't see the carcass anywhere. That's the sheepskin there hanging on the rail. I'm going to take that. I'm going to try to tan it. I'm going to get a bunch of nails and nail it into a board, kind of stretch it out, and then start scraping on it. And yeah. Anyway, good times. Yeah, lots of good stuff happening. One of my chief concerns was, what do I give the sheep in the winter time? Because hay's not enough. And I think I have a solution with these little sheep blocks. There might be other things out there I could use, but so far these sheep blocks, they seem to be working. While they're attractive, you saw earlier in the video they were munching on that sheep block. While they're attractive, they would prefer to eat the grass, and I'd prefer that they eat the grass. And I'd like to keep them in a tight area. The sheep, they like to explore though. They like to push the boundaries constantly. They like to test the fence, unlike the cows. Maybe the cows have a better memory, or maybe the sheep are just more aggressive with testing perimeters. But when I get them too tight, they'll push themselves out anyway. They won't allow themselves to be contained. So that's where I'm at. This used to be the entrance I used when I first got the land. I had the side-by-side parked out here in the weather, and yeah, that wasn't too good. The side-by-side was getting destroyed by the dogs. The dogs decided they wanted to sleep inside the side-by-side. And but anyway, yeah, nice warm weather. I just want to sit out here and just watch the animals. I got to get back to work though. The restaurant's busy. Apparently we make pretty good food. I sure appreciate everybody that watches these videos and comes to the restaurant. We might be going through some changes in the near future in terms of the structure of the restaurant, but hopefully we'll be able to expand the hours to serve more people throughout the week. We need trained employees is what we need, and they're not easy to train. So we might be thinking about ways to simplify the menu a little bit without causing too much of a ruckus. So anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.